So we're going to do a pre-trip for the transit school bus for first student. I'm going to turn, first thing I'm going to do is turn on my hazard lights. And we're going to walk back to the engine compartment and do an engine check. I'm going to match the key. 8914 matches with the school bus. Let's take a walk to the back. So we already matched the key with the bus, ensuring that the hazard lights is working in the rear on the outside. And we're going to open up the compartment and ensure that the hazard lights are working on the inside. We want to make sure they're secured and undamaged. And we're going to start from this portion, this side of the bus, checking that, you know, this is the start and stop button. This is the engine compartment light. We flip it on, we check to make sure it's operating as it needs to. We got relays located right here. We got the engine oil spout where you will add oil. Your transmission fluid dipstick, you pull it out and check that you have adequate fluid to secure it back. Engine oil dipstick, you pull it out, check that you have adequate fluid. You're gonna put it back and make sure it's secure. We have your power steering reservoir. We want to make sure the cap is secured and we are properly mounted, secure. Fluid is at that adequate fluid level. No damages and no leaks from the rubber hoses, which are secured with clamps. We have the engine coolant reservoir. Cap is secured, reservoir is secure and undamaged, and we can see from the sight glass that we have fluid inside. The attached rubber hose is in good condition, no cracks, no leaks. We have the engine engine filter box or air cleaner. It's properly mounted and secured, undamaged. Radiators are secured, undamaged, no leaks. We got the fan blades. We check them fan blades, make sure they're not broken and they move freely. Powered by a belt. Right here we have an alternator. Alternator is properly mounted and secured, undamaged, driven by a belt. That belt is not worn and can have no more than a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of play. Up in this area right here, looking inward, we have the water pump. Check in to make sure the water pump is properly mounted and secured, no leaks, no damages, and it is also powered by the belt. Right here is the air condition compressor. It is properly mounted and secured, wires are in good condition, no signs of leaks, and it is powered by a belt. Next to it is a alternator. So this is the alternator for the air compressor, the AC compressor. It is properly mounted and secured, undamaged, secured, and we have good wiring, no bare wires. Looking straight in, we have the air governor, properly mounted and secured, it's undamaged, and no signs of leaks. And we have a air compressor, which is gear driven, which is mounted onto the engine, on the side of the engine. We also have a oil filter, checking for leaks, damages in the securement, and a water heater pump that is properly mounted and secured, no damages, no leaks. We also inspecting the exhaust. We're making sure the muffler is properly mounted and secured, undamaged, no signs of leaks. Examining the tailpipe going out is still in good condition. It's not dragging or hanging. Ventilation is all clean and clear. I'm gonna go ahead and close
in the 2 inches.
The lid, and we're gonna go ahead and proceed on to doing the inside. So on our way in, we're going to go ahead and check that the weather seal on the door is secured and undamaged. Windows not broken. Door opens and closes freely. Check in the stairwell to make sure it's clear of any debris, any trash, or any damages to the stairs. Handrails are properly mounted, secured, undamaged. We have a stairwell light that's also secured and undamaged. We'll make our way up the stairwell, holding onto the handrail, to check that we have cameras, head pad, first aid, fans, mirror, visors, everything is all properly mounted and secured to the bus. All labels are legible and affixated correctly. We're going to check our paperwork. So we check on registration, it's good for 1 year, and we give an expiration date that this expires on 12/8 of 2023. We check the insurance is also good for 1 year, and it expires on April 1st of 2024. Check in registration, last digits of the VIN number is matching with the last digits on the data sheet. The CHP approval certificate 292 is also signed, dated by CHP, last dated on 3/17/23, and it's good for 13 months. Next service for this 292 will be on 4/17/2024. This bus is good for 79 passengers with 0 passengers in wheelchairs. We have a PMI sticker for service. Next service is due on 68,608 miles, or the date of 11/23/2023. You turn your headlights on your Transit and check that the mileage is not being exceeded by the service sticker, so we are good on the date and on the miles. We're going to go ahead and start checking all emergency equipment, starting off with the first aid kit. Checking that the first aid kit is legible and secured. We're going to open it up and check to ensure that we have the proper amount for this size bus. So we check in, we have 24 units for this size bus. We count each one, make sure we have all 24 units, and every day you will pull out a separate pack, check it to make sure that it is in good operating status. You also, if you have your accident pack, you can call out your accident pack is inside and your instructions are inside. You're going to check the seal that is in place. It's in good condition and it helps keep out water, moisture, and dust. Make sure we put it back in place and secure it. We have a fire extinguisher located inside. We're going to check that fire extinguisher from top to bottom, ensuring that the handle is secured. We have a pin that is secured in place by a seal. Checking your nozzle, inspecting it that it's clean and clear. Making sure your gauge is not cracked or broken. Checking that the needle is green to indicate that we have a full charge. We check our state fire marshal tag. It's inspected yearly, and this one's one last inspected on December 22nd of 2022, so it's still good. Make sure your instructions are legible. Know what fires that this extinguisher put out with class A, B, and C fires. And we want to check the UL classification rating on this extinguisher, which is a 3840 BC, and you can have no less than an 8 BC. Every day you want to shake your extinguisher to ensure that the dry chemical inside does not settle. Make sure your body fluid cleanup kit is properly mounted, secured, and legible. We open it up, inspect it to make sure that we have a good, clean package inside. Make sure that your package inside is sealed. Also check your seal to make sure it's good to keep out dust and moisture also. We got 3 red reflectors. We want to inspect them daily to ensure that we have 3 that are not cracked. Reflector's not cracked or broken. The base is not leaking any sand. Is properly mounted to each other, and that it sets up and stands up on its own. And every day you would check a different reflector. We have a stop sign. Check that, ensure that that stop sign is clean and legible on both sides, undamaged, and that the handle is securely mounted. Want to check your driver's seat. Make sure it's securely mounted to the floor. The bottom and seat backrest or padding is securely mounted. Check your seat that it goes forward and back, up and down. Check the backrest that it functions properly, and check your seat belt that it is in good condition, not frayed or torn, and that it adjusts and latches as it should. Next, we will check our driver's window to make sure it opens and closes freely. The windows are clean and clear and unobstructed and free of any damages. Windshield is also clean and clear, no breaks, no damages, and unobstructed. Check in the dashboard is properly secured, no damages, no obstructions, no trash sitting on top. We'll turn our key to the on position. We'll let the lights illuminate. When the wait to start goes off, we go ahead and do the safe start, ensuring that the parking brake is applied. The ABS light came on and it went out to let me know that the ABS system is working properly. If this light is to come on while I'm driving, I'll safely pull over to a safe location and secure my bus, radio dispatch, and let them know of the situation or any other indicators that comes on while I'm driving. Those indicators that may come on, we're going to go through them. Toggle to check indicators and know what each indicator is. First indicator on the dash is the maintenance. We go to the left signal, high exhaust temperature, check engine, stop engine, your malfunction indicator, your exhaust brake retarder, wait to start, ABS, shifter inhibited, check transmission, stop transmission, the diesel particulate filter, right turn signal, seat belt, low air warning, brake light indicator, traction control indicator, high beam, parking brake, speed control, APG, low fuel, low oil pressure, high coolant temperature, and high transmission temperature. We're going to exit out, continue on with the gauges. We have the RPM the tachometer, which is reading at 800 RPMs. We have the speedometer reading at 0. We'll check it when the bus is in motion. We have our fuel. Right now we are at down 1/4. And first student policy is we never let the tank get down to half, less than half. Oil pressure, coolant, and transmission temperatures are all reading normal as right now. We can give digital readings of those. So we got a fuel pressure of 2547 psi. Oil pressure is reading at 68 psi. We got the tach at 800 RPMs. We got engine temperature at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And we have transmission temperature at 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Air pressure gauge right now is reading at 130 psi, with the green needle being your primary, located in the rear, and the orange is the secondary, located in the front. All gauges are clean and clear and undamaged. Just check your gear selector to make sure it's functioning properly. It functions in reverse, neutral, drive. We're going to shift up. First gear, second, third, fourth, fifth, and back down, back to neutral. I'm going to turn on our headlights. Check the panel dimmer, works on dim, works on bright. Hazard light indicators are working. Left indicator, right indicator, high beams. Wipers working on high and low. And checking that the fluid washer system works. Steering wheel can have no more than 2 inches of free play. Horn works. Adjusts up and down, in and out. Checking all vents free of trash and debris, no damages. Checking the defroster that we can feel that it is working. Climate control, hot and cold. Driver's heaters work. Speed control, turn it on. Idles up, so it's working correctly. Checking your ignition, the parking brake, the radio is all secured. Everything, two-way radio is nice and secure. We're gonna check all check your mirror adjusters right here. They're in place. Them adjust your mirrors. Checking the mirrors, interior mirror, we're checking that we can see from the right behind us, all the tops of seats to the rear emergency exit and beyond. Left and right flat mirrors, checking to make sure that we can have adjustment to see 200 feet to rear and 1 inch off the side of the bus. Convex mirrors on the left and right, we can see dual tires touching the ground and a lane on both sides of the bus, and it helps reduce blind spots. And we have the cross view mirrors are adjusted to see directly in front of the bumper out to 12 feet. The front tires touching the ground, and also it helps reduce blind spots. We're going to go ahead and check a air conditioning switch that is on and working, high and low. Checking my interior lighting and driver's light, all on and working. Driver's fans, both fans work. Door opens and closes. Make sure that your light, stairwell light, is functioning properly. I'm going to check your amber warning light indicator and crossover light indicator are functioning properly. We have a snow chain switch and a noise suppressor switch. Clearance lights are on. Air horn functions properly. This is the heater pump, passenger heaters, speaker for the inside and outside, and strobe light. So we're going to leave the strobe light on, amber lights, hazards, and high beams as we when we go outside to do our check. But right now we're going to finish checking out the passenger compartment. So with the passenger compartment, you will start from the top, ensuring that we have no loose missing screws or rivets on the ceiling. Inspecting all ventilation is clean and clear and undamaged. Checking all dome lights and speakers that they're not missing any screws. There's no damages, no hanging wires. We're going to inspect all emergency exits to make sure all emergency exits open properly, are properly labeled, and with that we can have our warning devices with a light and a buzzer. We're going to inspect all windows, inspect them for damages, that they're open and closed properly. We're going to inspect seat belts are functioning properly. We're going to push and pull on all seats to make sure those seats cushions are secured and the seats are securely mounted to the floor. Also inspecting for damages on the seats, no graffiti, no rips, cuts, or tears on the seats. Checking the floor is clean and free and unobstructed, and no emergency exit doorways are unobstructed. So as we go back, we push and pull, making sure that each seat is tight and secure. When we get to our emergency exit, you're going to inspect that the label is legible. You want to open up that exit all the way. You can hear the buzzer, and you will walk to the front to see the light. You come back and secure your exit, and let you back. For window exits, you'll go ahead and do the same. You'll open it up all the way. Walk to check that the buzzer is functioning properly. You can hear the buzzer, you can see the light. Labels are good, and you continue inspecting your whole entire bus, checking all 8 of your emergency exits on this bus. You will also inspect the windows, make sure the windows go up and down. You're going to go ahead and click a seat belt or a couple seat belts on this side to make sure they're working properly. You'll go to a window on this side, go up and down, and you want to click a seat belt, make sure it's functioning properly. If you have any baby seats, you will check the baby seats to make sure they're functioning properly also. We're about to head outside right now and go ahead and check the outside of the bus. I'm going to go ahead and curve my steering wheel fully to the left so it can help me see what I need to check in the wheel wells. 3-point contact. So as we inspect the front of the bus, we check it underneath the bus. No loose hanging wires, no leaks. Bus is not leaning to indicate any problems with the suspension or any flat tires. Inspecting the body of the bus for damages. We inspect the windshield for any damages. No cracks or breaks in the glass. Checking all lettering, which will include school bus, bus number, license plate is all clear and legible. Your license plate is up to date with the tags. You want to check that your wipers are secure. Both wipers are secure, and ensure that your blade is in good condition so you don't get stuck out in the rain with bad blades. Let's check our mirror brackets, that they're properly secured. All mirrors are clean and clear and not damaged. Checking all lighting to make sure they're secured and functioning as they should be. License plate secure, bumper secure, and your crossing arm is also in place and secured and undamaged. We will continue on the side of the bus. Left side of the bus, you're going to inspect it. You have all clearance lights are working. Hazard lights are working. No damages to those lenses, reflectors in the windows, and also no body damage to the body of the bus. All lettering, so first student, bus number, California ID, the emergency exits are all labeled, clear and legible, and we have reflective tape around the exits that is in clear view. Inspect reflector is secured and undamaged. This is your electrical panel. You'll open it up, make sure that your weather stripping is in good condition, it's in place, and then inside we have no loose hanging bare wires. Everything looks good inside the box. Also inspect your impact bars are in place, no screws are missing, nothing is coming off the bus. Light is properly mounted secure with all hardware and undamaged. We have our fender flare. It's undamaged and is secured to the bus. Inspecting your tire that we can have no less than 4/32 of thread depth on the front. Inspecting for any nails on the tire, the rubber tire wall, no cracks, bubbles or cracks. Seems to be inflated. Inspecting the rim for any damages, cracks, breaks, or any illegal welds. Also inspecting the drum for any damages, cracks, or illegal welds on the drum. Inspect all lug nuts that they are secured, no indication of looseness. All hub nuts are nice and tight. Cap is secured. We have oil in the hub and no leaks. Valve stem is straight out with a cap, is not bent or broken. Mud flap, properly mounted and secured. Inspecting my leaf springs inside here. They are in good condition, not cracked or shifted or broken. Inspecting the shocks. Shocks are securely mounted to the frame. No leaks, no damages. Frame is also in good condition. No damages to the frame. We have the shackles that's holding the leaf springs in place. We're checking our steering linkage and arms and rods underneath here to make sure they're not cracked, bent, or broken, no damages. They're secured in place. Also inspecting U-bolts. We got the U-bolts holding the cross member and the leaf springs all together, all secured, mounted with all hardware, no brakes. And we have 4 air tanks that we're inspecting for damages, listening for leaks, and they all seem to be properly mounted and secured. We have an air brake line, which is properly mounted, secure, no leaks, no damages. We have the brake chamber secured in place. It's properly mounted, secured, no damages, no leaks. And we also inspect the slack adjusters and the push rod for free play, which should be no more than 1 inch. So everything is properly mounted, secure. All cotter pins and hardware is in place. Looking across to the other wheel, we inspect through the inspection hole. What we can't see, the brake lining. We inspect that brake lining is not worn dangerously thin, and no signs of oil or grease on the brakes on the other side. We have the drain valves. So each tank has a drain valve. We just make sure they're all secured in place. We make sure that they're functioning properly, and there's no leaks. No leaks, no damages. And they're all clean and clear and labeled correctly. Secure it back in place. Reflector kind of secured, undamaged. Inspect your compartment for your baggage, making sure that the weather seal is in good condition and that your storage compartment is clean and clear. Secured in place. Double check to make sure it is secure. The emergency exit door, we already inspected that we have a reflective tape and it's properly labeled. Opens freely, locks in place. And we're inspecting that the weather seal around is not ripped or torn, is in good condition, and the aisleway is not blocked. On the rear wheel, we are inspecting that we have dual wheels. Checking between those tools to make sure they're clean and they're clear. There's no trash or debris, and that the thread depth can be no less than 2/32 of thread depth. We are inspecting the tires. There are no nails. Seems to be inflated. Inspecting the tire wall for any cuts, bruises, bubbles, bumps. Inspecting the rim that it is undamaged. There's no cracks or damages or no illegal welds. Inspect all lug nuts are tight and secure. All axle nuts are tight and secure. No signs of looseness. No leaks from the rear axle. We have a inner and outer valve stem are not bent or broken. It has a cap. Inspecting what I can see with the brake drum, it is not damaged, bent or broken, or no illegal welds. Looking inside, inspecting the frame is in good condition, not bent, broken, or cracked. Shock absorbers in place, undamaged, no leaks. Inspecting the snow chains. They're not dragging or hanging. Check in the brake chambers that they're secured in place, undamaged, no signs of leaks. And you will also check their push rods and the slack adjusters the same way with the brakes release. We got leaf spring is secured, undamaged, in place. And our back here we have an airbag. Suspension airbag is in good condition, not leaking or damaged. We have a drive shaft that we inspect. The drive shaft is not bent, broken, or damaged, and it is being protected by a drive shaft guard. It's also in place and undamaged. Everything looks in good condition. Mud flap is in place, undamaged and secured. Light working, undamaged, secured in place. Stop sign is secured. Reflector secured. Correct color in the rear. Battery compartment. Checking the weather seal is in place, undamaged. All batteries are secured. Battery trays are secured. We have no loose, bare wires. No signs of corrosion or leaks. And the on and off switch appears to be in good condition. Undamaged. Ventilation. It's all clean and clear. Lights are all working, undamaged, secure. On the rear of the bus, we check at the very top, just check the strobe light is functioning. All clearance lights are functioning, undamaged, not cracked or broken. We got amber lights are undamaged and working. Hazard lights working. Tail lights on and working. Everything secured in place, undamaged. Reflector secured, undamaged. Bumper tight and secure. Tailpipe extends out no more than 2 inches. Vents is all clean and clear. Driver's light is on and working. I can see that the light is working. License plate secured in place, legible, undamaged. All signage, school bus, emergency exit cover, like flash, bus number. It's all legible. So on the right side, you'll check it the same. Underneath the tire, same checkout. Always look out to the brakes on the other side to inspect the brake lining, and make sure that it's not worn thin and that we have no oil or grease on the brake. On this side, everything is the same. We only have the fuel compartment to check out that's different. And we'll inspect everything as you would the same. When you get to the fuel area, you want to inspect that you have a fuel cap secured in place, undamaged. You got your rubber O-ring inside of your nozzle. You got your fuel gauge clean and clear, giving an accurate reading, and the gauge is not broken. And we have a shut-off valve that's unbroken and secured in place. You can also see the frame right here is in good condition. This bus is uses